Calling Dr. Red Flag. Please report to the front desk. The doctor is ready to see you now.
Dr. Red Flag here with another message of how we grow together and notice the red flags. So this is a tricky one, and I'm sure there have been a plethora times that, multiply that to 45,100 billion people that have experienced when a parent needs to be your only voice. That is the topic. When a parent needs to be your only voice. And I say that this is tricky because I am a parent, a girl mom of 2. And of course, parenting is one of those things where you use your wisdom and your discernment and you tune in, and you're emotional. You wear your feelings and your emotions and everything's like on, threads, because you want to be the best parent that you can be. There's wise choices that you have to make, and then you get the positive things from people around you and maybe even your own parents. However, some patterns don't start in relationships. And, this is the person that I'm going to date. They start at home. You grow up trusting your parent, especially your mother. You believe that she says, you lean on her opinion. You go to her for guidance, for assurance, for clarity. That's normal. That's what it's supposed to be. But over time, something begins to fall off. It feels off. Every friend you get close to, she has something to say. Every relationship you enter, there's a problem. Every person you bring into your life doesn't seem good enough. At first, it sounds like protection. She's just looking out for me. She knows better. She sees things that I don't. And because you trust her, you listen. But slowly, a pattern forms. No one ever passes. No one ever feels right to her. And that matters because her voice carries weight, right? So psychologically, this creates something subtle but powerful. Externalized trust. Instead of trusting your own judgment, you begin to rely on hers to determine what's right, what's safe, and who belongs in your life. And that's where the control begins. Not always loud, not always obvious, but consistent. Keyword. A parent who inserts themselves into every relationship, every friendship, every decision may not just be protecting you. They may be positioning themselves. Because for some people, closeness doesn't feel secure unless it's exclusive. Unless it is exclusive. Let me run that back. Closeness doesn't feel secure unless it is 100% exclusive. They don't just want to be a part of your life. They want to be central to it. And when someone new enters, especially someone who could take emotional space away from them, it creates tension. Not always spoken directly, but felt. So instead of saying, I don't want you to have anyone but me, it shows up as criticism, subtle disapproval, and doubt about the person you're with, questions that plant uncertainty. And they'll say things like, are you sure about them? I just don't trust their energy. They don't seem right for you. And when you hear that enough, you start to question what you once felt sure about. That's influence. And over time, influence becomes control, because now you're not just in a relationship, you're managing your parents' reaction to it. You're second guessing your choices, pulling back from people you cared about, any things that may not have needed to end, not because of what you experienced, but because of what you simply were told. And it holds weight. And that's where the emotional cost shows up. Because you begin to lose your own voice, your own sense of judgment, your own ability to trust what you feel. Everything becomes filtered through someone else. And for the parent, this dynamic often comes from deeper places: fear of losing connection, fear of being replaced, or a need to maintain control over what feels familiar. But regardless of where it comes from, the impact is the same. It limits you, it isolates you, it keeps you in a position where you never fully build something outside of them. So for both men and women, this can be hard to recognize because it doesn't feel harmful at first. It feels like love, genuine love, but real love, and it doesn't restrict your growth. It doesn't make you question every connection. It doesn't require you to lose yourself just to maintain it. So how do you see it clearly? Pay attention to the patterns. Does every relationship get criticized? Do you feel confident in your choices until you talk to them? Do you feel like you have to choose between your parent and your partner? Because healthy support doesn't create division. It creates space. And sometimes the person you trust the most can unintentionally become the loudest voice that keeps you from building something of your own. And you recognize that. You start learning how to listen to yourself again. I want to impart this before I sign out and go. One of the hardest things for me as a parent was to give my daughters that space and not always have to say anything about the people they're around, the people that they date, etc., etc. The friendships, things like that. Even though, because I'm tuned in, right, to my daughters, like I was stating earlier, it's like you're extra sensitive, you're extra protective, you're extra emotional. It's like the hairs on a fly. They have these tiny little hairs that can sense everything. So does a spider. And so your spidey senses are up. And so I had to pull back. And that was the hardest thing for me to do because I already knew the outcome. But they have to grow and learn. And they have to learn on their own to make their own choices. And I did not want to come across as a controlling mom. I could definitely and definitively say that, and within all transparency. So I didn't want to come across as like I want to be the only one. Though I love my daughters immensely, we're all very close, there comes a time when you have to give that space. Dr. Red Flag, signing out. Don't forget the message and pay attention to the red flags.
Calling Dr. Red Flag. Your assistance is needed.